So, in the last video we have seen how to derive the expression for adiabatic process, and the expression for adiabatic process is W is equal to, in case of adiabatic process, expression for work done W is equal to mu into R divided by gamma minus 1 into T1 minus T2. So, this is the expression for work done during adiabatic process. And what is the expression for equation of state in case of adiabatic process? We know that P V to the power gamma is constant. This is in case of adiabatic process. Adiabatic process means delta Q is equal to 0, that is no heat flows between system and the surrounding. System is completely isolated from the surrounding. So, Q is constant, delta Q is equal to 0. So, in case of adiabatic process, pressure, volume, temperature all are variables. So, pressure, volume and temperature. So, they are variables. So, here in this equation P V to the power gamma is equal to constant. We have written the equation of state in terms of pressure and volume. In terms of pressure and volume, equation of state for adiabatic process is P V to the power gamma is equal to constant. In case of isothermal process, temperature is constant. So, it is enough if we relate pressure and volume. But here temperature is also varying, therefore, we have to relate volume and temperature, similarly pressure and temperature. So, today let us see how to relate volume and temperature and how to relate pressure and temperature in adiabatic process. We know that the equation of state in terms of pressure and volume is P into V to the power gamma is equal to constant. This is in terms of pressure and volume. Now, let us see how to write the equation of state in terms of volume and temperature, that is V and T. So, in terms of volume and temperature, the equation of state is, by taking this equation P V to the power gamma is equal to constant. In case of an ideal gas, PV is equal to mu RT or PV is equal to nRT. So, P is equal to mu RT divided by V, or V is equal to, in terms of volume, V is equal to mu RT divided by P. Now, we have to relate volume and temperature. So, what we have to do here in this equation, substitute for P. To get this equation in terms of volume and temperature, we have to substitute for pressure in the above equation. So, P is equal to mu RT divided by V. So, P is equal to mu R into T divided by V. PV is equal to mu RT, P is equal to mu RT divided by V into V to the power gamma is equal to constant. Mu, number of moles in a gas which is constant, R is universal gas constant. So, the product mu into R is constant. So, mu and R constants. So, I will write this constant here, okay. So, constant into T divided by V into V to the power gamma is equal to constant. So, constant T by V, so this is constant. So, when this constant comes here, constant, so entire term is a constant. So, T by V into V to the power gamma is equal to constant. T, so this is T, that means T to the power 1 divided by V to the power 1 because V is in the denominator. When this V comes to the numerator, this is V to the power 1, when it comes to the numerator V to the power 1 becomes V to the power minus 1. So, V to the power minus 1 into V to the power gamma is equal to constant. T into V to the power, this is similar to x to the power m into x to the power n. X to the power m into x to the power n is x to the power m plus n. Here instead of x we have v. So, v to the power m into v to the power n is equal to v to the power m plus n. So, v to the power m is minus 1 plus n is gamma is equal to constant. T into v to the power, this is minus 1 plus gamma or gamma minus 1 is equal to constant. So, this is the state equation for adiabatic process in terms of temperature and volume. In terms of pressure and volume, PV to the power gamma is equal to constant. In terms of temperature and volume, T into V to the power gamma minus 1 is equal to constant. Here T is temperature, V is volume and gamma is the ratio of specific heats, molar specific heats. Molar specific heat at constant pressure divided by molar specific heat at constant volume is nothing but gamma. So, Tv to the power gamma minus 1 is constant. Now, let us see what is the expression for equation of state in terms of pressure and temperature. Now, we have to relate pressure and temperature. Pressure and temperature. Pressure, consider the same equation, PV to the power gamma is equal to constant, V is equal to mu RT divided by P. So, now substitute for V, because we are deriving equation or we need equation in terms of pressure and temperature. So, here substitute for V. On substituting we get P into V is nothing but mu RT divided by P. Mu RT divided by P is V whole to the power gamma. In the place of V you have to write mu RT by P. V is nothing but mu RT by P. Here gamma is there, so whole to the power gamma is equal to constant. P, again mu is constant, R is constant, so mu into R is a constant, no need to write that. T to the power gamma divided by P P to the power gamma is equal to constant. Or T to the power gamma into P to the power gamma is in the denominator. So, P to the power plus gamma, when it comes to numerator, P to the power plus gamma becomes P to the power minus gamma is equal to constant. T to the power gamma, again it is in the form x to the power m into x to the power n. So, that is nothing but x to the power m plus n. Here x to the power or p to the power m is 1 plus n is minus gamma is equal to constant. T to the power gamma into p to the power 1 minus gamma is equal to constant. Dividing by gamma. Let us divide this equation by gamma. So, T power gamma divided by gamma by gamma 1 into P to the power 1 minus gamma divided by gamma is equal to constant. Or T into P to the power 1 minus gamma divided by gamma is equal to constant. T P to the power 1 minus gamma divided by gamma is equal to constant. This is another equation or equation of state in case of adiabatic process which relates temperature and pressure. Again, T is the temperature, P is the pressure, gamma is the ratio of molar specific heats, Cp by Cv. So, these equations are important while solving the CET problems. So, Tp to the power 1 minus gamma divided by gamma is equal to constant and Tv to the power gamma minus 1 is equal to constant. What are the differences between isothermal process and adiabatic process? Let us see the differences between the two processes, that is isothermal process and adiabatic process. First one is isothermal. And here I write adiabatic. What is the difference between isothermal and adiabatic process? First difference is statement, that is isothermal process is a process in which temperature of the system remains constant. So, it is a process in which temperature of the system remains constant. Here you have to write, it is a process in which temperature of the system remains constant. But in case of adiabatic process, it is a process in which no heat flows between system and the surrounding. No heat flows between system and the surrounding. This is the first difference. Here temperature is constant, there heat is constant, or no heat flows between system and the surrounding. So, this is the basic difference between isothermal and adiabatic process. What is that second difference? Equation of state. In isothermal process, equation of state is P into V is equal to constant. PV is equal to constant. Product of pressure and volume is constant under isothermal process. In case of adiabatic process, the equation of state is PV to the power gamma is equal to constant. PV to the power gamma is equal to constant. Other two equations, we have other two equations, but no need to write here, okay. PV to the power gamma is equal to constant, and for isothermal process PV is equal to constant. What is the third difference between the two processes? Here T is constant, that means internal energy is constant, because internal energy depends on temperature. If T is constant, delta T is 0 or change in internal energy is 0. So, under isothermal process, change in internal energy is 0. In case of adiabatic process, Q is constant, so delta Q is equal to 0, delta U is equal to minus delta W, or delta W is equal to minus delta U. That is, change in internal energy is equal to work done. Change in internal energy is equal to work done. Delta U is equal to minus delta W, or delta W is equal to minus delta U. Fourth difference. Here the expression for work done, W is equal to mu RT ln V2 by V1. Temperature is constant, so you should not write T1, T2. So, W is equal to mu RT ln V2 divided by V1. V2 is the final volume, V1 is the initial volume. So, this is the expression for work done during isothermal process. Here under adiabatic process, what is the expression for work done? W is equal to mu R divided by gamma minus 1 into T1 minus T2. Temperature changes. So, T1 is initial temperature, T2 is the final temperature. So, gamma is the ratio of molar specific heats. So, W is equal to mu R T1 minus T2 divided by gamma minus 1. So, this is the expression for work done during adiabatic process. So, take down the differences between isothermal process and adiabatic process. This is important. In the examination they may ask, write any two differences between isothermal process and adiabatic process. So, in that case you have to write the two differences, that is, one is it is a process in which temperature is constant, no heat flows between system and the surrounding. So, this is one first difference. Second difference, so 4 points should be there. If this is asked for 4 marks, then you have to write all the 4 points. So, next one is isochoric process and isobaric process. These are the thermodynamic processes. Isochoric process. It is a thermodynamic process in which volume of the system is constant. So, isochoric process means it is a process in which volume of the system is kept constant. In case of cooker, pressure cooker, there volume is always constant, only the pressure and temperature varies. So, it is a process in which volume of the system is fixed, that is V is constant. Volume is constant. If V is constant, then the change in volume is equal to you just imagine that there is a system which contains a movable piston. This is the initial volume of the system. If the gas lifts this piston in the upward direction and the piston comes here, this is the final volume. So, this is the initial volume of the system, this is the final volume of the system during expansion. What is the change in volume? How to calculate the change? So, this is the change in volume. How to calculate this change? In order to calculate the change in volume, final volume minus initial volume. So, delta V is equal to V2 minus V1. Final minus initial gives you the change in volume. This is in case of expansion. In case of compression, so this is the initial volume, this is V1. If work is done on the system or if the system is compressed, this is the final volume V2. How to calculate this change in volume? Same, V1 minus V2. So, we can calculate delta V during expansion and compression. If the system is or if the volume of the system is constant, that means we do not have any piston to move up and down. So, this is the volume of the system. It will not expand, it will not be compressed. The system is, volume of the system is constant. In that case, this is the initial volume, this is the final volume, both are same, initial and final volumes are same because V is fixed here. Volume change ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಹೀಗೆ ಉಂಟು ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆಗ ಫೈನಲ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಇದೆ, ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಇದೆ. ಆಗ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಏನಾದರೂ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ V is equal to 0. So, in case of isochoric process, volume is constant, so change in volume delta V is equal to 0. Applying first law of thermodynamics. In first law of thermodynamics, we have delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W. So, delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W is nothing but P into delta V. So, delta Q is equal to delta U plus P into V is constant, therefore, delta V is equal to 0, delta Q is equal to delta U. That means, all the heat energy given to the system is used to increase the internal energy of the system or to increase the temperature of the system. All the heat energy is used to increase the internal energy, because work done delta W is equal to 0. Volume of the system is fixed. This is in case of isochoric process. So, it is a process in which volume of the system is kept constant. So, V is constant, therefore, change in volume delta V is equal to 0. Applying first law of thermodynamics, we get delta Q is equal to delta U plus P into delta V is 0. So, delta Q is equal to delta U. So, all the heat energy absorbed by the system is used to increase the internal energy of the system. Next process is isobaric process. Isobaric process. What do you mean by isobaric process? Isobar, it is always related to pressure. So, isobaric process means it is a process in which pressure is constant. It is a process in which pressure is kept constant. That is, P is constant, that means there is no change in pressure, therefore change in pressure delta P is equal to 0. From first law of thermodynamics, we have delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W, or delta Q is equal to delta U plus delta W is nothing but P into delta V. Delta P is 0, P is not equal to 0, P is a constant. That means volume changes, volume is not fixed here, volume changes. So, delta Q is equal to delta U plus P into delta V. The equation remains as it is, because in the equation we do not have delta P. If there is delta P, then delta P is equal to 0, but here we have only P. So, delta Q is equal to delta U plus P into delta V. The equation remains the same. That means heat energy given to the system is used, part of the heat energy is used to increase the internal energy or to increase the temperature, and part of it is used to do work. To do work means to move the piston upward and downward direction. So, delta Q is equal to delta U plus P into delta W. That means work done is not equal to 0 in case of isobaric process. So, now let us see what is the expression for work done during isobaric process, because delta W is equal to P into delta V, this is not equal to 0.